Hey, tomorrow is Valentine's Day, lovers. Don't forget it's not too late to run out and grab something. We'll talk about the best and worst things to get your Valentine's, but here's a reminder from us, ashholes. Go get your girl something for Valentine's Day, brother. Let the boys know.
Well, I'm glad you just reminded me.
Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, Brian. What are we doing?
My wife and I have had 30 of these things now. It's my daughter that might get a little offended if I did not recall or remember on time. So yeah, it looks like my butt's hanging.
Which is
to the card store.
Which is worse? Forget a birthday or forget a Valentine's Day anniversary?
Birthday.
Birthday's the worst.
Well, depending on the human being. My daughter, birthday, obviously. But honestly, my wife and I, we're just like, whatever.
Don't really
Let's
care.
go buy something.
How many years?
Next August will be 30.
That's fantastic, man.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, somebody who's not getting 30 years seems to be like anybody associated with the Jeffrey Epstein case. The FBI has just come out and said the investigation has concluded. We're done. We're done. There is no credible evidence that Epstein ran a broader sex trafficking ring involving powerful men. That's it. They put a period at the end of the sentence, called it a night.
I'm sorry. That's unbelievable.
We're still having stuff released, by the way.
Yeah. But they're going to make a statement now. And we wonder why Bongino left. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it really makes you think. I didn't think about that.
And you know what? I was actually, I was like, ooh, Cash Patel, that's a good pick. Right now, circus. And I'll tell you what, FBI right now, for me, the I in FBI definitively does not stand for integrity. And I can tell you what the B stands for. So
What?
BSU not.
I mean, the whole thing is nuts to me. When I look back,
How?
didn't they say there was cameras in every room?
How?
Hundreds of thousands of hours of tape, pictures, writings, documents, journals, and basically he was just getting all these babes, underage minors and some of age, obviously, but for himself.
How many victims need to become forward with similar stories that never met each other for it not to be? And here's the other thing. Sometimes you say everything when you say nothing.
Sure.
And the fact that all these people that are well, I guess we can say confirmed now. All these people that are obviously on that list and those logs, everything, have been stone cold quiet. Yeah. If you come out, and let's say, hypothetically,
I'm having a press conference. My name's on that list. Yeah. Let me tell you why I was there. We're going to explain everything.
He recruited me, blah, 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 blah. I went down there. I'm like, no.
This guy's a weirdo.
I'm out. First off, integrity would have dictated I would have said something then. But let's say I didn't. Whatever. I was worried about my career because, selfish reasons and all. But at some point when this is all coming out, if I'm Joe Blow on that and I know I'm on those logs at least once in a list, I come out and say, hey, here's the deal. I see it. Not one person has done it because they've all been told, wait for it, we're going to kill it. Wait for it. Just stay quiet. Stay quiet. I mean, it's old school La Cosa Nostra. It's like, deny, redirect, accuse. Don't say nothing.
I mean,
don't say nothing.
To your point, somebody did exactly what you just mentioned. So Trump's Commerce Secretary Letnick admitted straight up, man, I visited the island with my family. I was there in 2012. I was there for an hour and a half. It was me, my wife, my kids. And that's exactly what happened.
Well, it's not like they don't have a recruitment process where, the guy is obviously intelligent where he feels you out. So you're going to come down, they're going to, hey, feel you out.
Yeah.
It's not like you showed up and 19 naked 15-year-old girls swarm you like a harem. Doesn't work that way.
Right. Well, people are asking him to resign based on just going to the island. Now, I will say if you went in 2012, that's post-grand jury for Florida.
Okay.
Which is already a problem for me.
Yeah.
If you were found guilty of a grand jury, brother, you're my guy. I wouldn't be on a show with you.
No. Here's the thing.
I wouldn't even associate with you.
If you were,
and that was 6 years before this.
If you were one of my best friends growing up, and you get caught doing something like that, you better delete me from your phone.
Yeah,
I ain't your friend no more.
So this is 6 years after the Florida grand jury found him guilty of some stuff already.
Well, maybe that's why he is one of the few trying to do a little damage control.
So do you think it just goes away now?
Not as long as ashholes like us continue to talk. No, we're not going to let it go.
Do you think anybody will be arrested? Anybody else will be arrested?
I have no faith.
So far, we just have two. We have Epstein, who was arrested, and then Maxwell
for doing something with nobody.
He was sex trafficking to himself.
To himself. And she was the madam for all of it to nobody.
Right.
You know, there's no victims.
No, his
no
girlfriend had
guilty.
to be his assistant.
Right now, immediately, no. In the future, here's the thing, man. Remember, they all sold us a pile of garbage with JFK's assassination. They've sold us piles of garbage over the years to wag the dog. And the advent of social media has just literally made that impossible now. Social media and internet. I mean, you can't lie. Cameras everywhere. Everything's if it's on the internet, it is forever. You can delete all you want. Everybody and their brother out there's got a black belt in Google Foo. They can look up everything. Yeah. You think you got it off of this platform, now it's on Reddit. You think you got it, it's not going to go away. And eventually, just like the JFK stuff has, it's going to come out.
But you still don't think we'll have any more arrests? You think that people will die and then they'll
What's
find
the
them culpable?
statute of limitations on this?
I don't think there is one. I don't think there is one for something like this.
So all they can do now is convict them in the court of public opinion.
Sure.
You know,
but these people have so much money they don't care. They just go away. I don't have to operate within your public.
Those victims never truly get justice, and that's a sad aspect of all this.
Oh, and they continuously be let down.
What's her name? I'm blanking on her name. The one that committed suicide after being brave enough to come forward, and it just finally got to her. Allegedly, did she commit suicide or was she suicided?
Over a lie, right?
Yeah,
you talked about things on social media that never gone away. I think it was completely accidental, but it's a bad look. Did you see the Donald Trump? Now, the response for it was Donald Trump posted something else, and it was the next clip. So if you ever watch anything on TikTok or social media, you'll watch the video, and it ends, and it goes to the next one, okay? So what this clip was Michelle Obama and Barack Obama on monkey bodies, on gorilla bodies. Now, if you watch that whole video, it's basically a Lion King trumps the king of the jungle because later on you see all the other Democrats. But really the talk of the town was, oh my God, the president's racist and he made the Obama into monkeys.
Well, first off, I don't think it was racist. I really don't. However, I mean, have some common sense. You knew that's where they were going to go with that. That was just a stupid decision. Whoever made that is socially, functionally just illiterate, stupid. Why would you? Because you knew they were going to go there. And now, I would argue, if you immediately look at their faces on monkeys and assume it's racist, you might be the racist. Because you're the one that went there.
So we're going to have our first disagreement. Here we go.
Okay.
I think, as somebody not involved in the black and white conversation, race is very interesting to me.
Yeah,
I grew up as the Cuban kid, right? Like there wasn't even other Spanish people for me to be part of the Mexicans yet.
Yep.
There was just the Cuban boy, right?
Okay.
And one thing I know for sure is that throughout history, blacks have been depicted as monkeys.
Okay, that's fair.
So I think anytime you have that imagery, immediately that's the assumption. So what people ask me is, was it made on purposeful? I don't know. Did it look racist? Yep.
That's fair, because looking at it as essentially a white guy, I see my vantage point.
No harm, no foul.
But I recognize yours, and I acquiesce.
Yeah, and it's not even my point. It's like I see how you guys can see it that way because that's how it used to be used.
That's valid. See, kids, when you're at home, you can
talk.
You can change your mind. Yeah. So I mean,
I don't know if the person making it said, "Let's make this as racist as possible." Very, very clearly could have just said, "Hey, let's make Trump the king of the jungle and all the other politicians animals," and that's just what it came up with.
I feel like Hillary is the freaking warthog was pretty accurate.
I mean, you had Joe Biden. Joe Biden was a monkey as well. Nobody cared about that one.
Yeah.
Nobody cared. But it's when you're talking about specifically black people,
you
have to be very conscious about that.
I will say, I don't think it was intentionally racist. I think it was a horrible, horrible decision. Dumb.
And I don't think he did it on purpose, and I don't think he had anything to do with it.
No,
I think
he's in his phone creating a damn thing.
And I think the person that posted that video where you saw that was literally somebody did a screen record of another thing they liked, and they didn't trim it off the end. That was the beginning of the next video that was going to be played.
Yeah. I mean, it was...
I posted the full video. I know that it starts with the Obama and dancing.
And maybe that's why I originally, I'm like, why are you going there?
Yeah.
But I get it. Valid point why you went there. I will say this, though. I like a lot of what Trump's done as president. undeniably, unapologetically, I like.
I'm there with you.
Most of everybody's up.
Yeah.
But
if he'd shut up.
But this type of stuff.
Yeah.
Can my president be a little bit more stoic?
No. But he's never been stoic. So it'd be stupid.
No, he used to be.
When?
Watch the old Oprah interview.
But when was that? What year?
A long time ago.
The president that was elected was never stoic. We nominated your fire
but
guy.
Is he not leaning into?
He's not presidential. He's not presidential. But he's great at getting things done. I'm not even mad.
But my whole thing is now that you've got the keys to the kingdom, you've got the con. You're the president of the United States.
Yeah.
We could be getting a lot more things done, and we could calm a lot more people down to where they're receptive to your initiatives more if you would quit these unforced errors.
Yeah.
This is stupid. Why are we talking about that? Which brings me to another point that our illustrious executive producer pointed out, Mr. Aaron, that maybe this was on purpose because he's trying to do some other things and he wanted to focus. He wanted everybody to focus on the monkey cartoons versus what's really
that was a Friday drop. That was a Friday drop.
Yeah, and what's going on right now? What's going on right now that the FBI just freaking
Epstein.
He never had. I mean,
is he playing 4D chess?
5D. You can see those chess pieces from the inside out, dude.
Let's get into some chess pieces real quick. Right. So, another very interesting story, and it's playing out like a movie, is this whole Savannah Guthrie, Nancy Guthrie, the host of the Today Show, show. The mom's just gone missing. She's just missing, right?
Well, she's been kidnapped.
And now it's been confirmed she's been kidnapped.
There's a ransom.
And now there's a ransom. And they want it in Bitcoin. They want $6 million in Bitcoin. Now, we had seen interviews, I think we both posted them on our social medias, of the family coming out and saying, we've received your message, we're going to pay the money, but the deadline's passed. What a weird story. What a weird story. $6 million in Bitcoin's a lot of money. So Dan Bongino said, listen, and as former deputy director of FBI said, there's one of three things happened. One, she had a medical emergency somewhere. And she's never kidnapped. She's had some medical emergency walking around somewhere and they just haven't found her.
But they gave a ransom letter.
This is what he said.
Okay.
Two, she's legitimately kidnapped and they want the ransom. Or three, this whole thing's an inside job.
And it's great for PR, for fledgling, failing networks. I don't want to go too conspiracy theory. I mean, I'm wearing this hat. I could put my tinfoil hat on. But we've seen crazier shit.
$6 million is a lot of money.
$6 million. That's a magic number right now, $6 million. But $6 million, and they didn't pay it. So what's next?
So how do you think this thing plays out?
I have no clue. This is a.
It's like a movie. They need to hire Liam Nielsen immediately, and he'll go find her.
I will find you.
Yeah, I have a certain set of special skills.
Makes me a nightmare. Like you. The thing is, though, if this was a movie, BS, too far fetched.
Yeah,
I ain't interested. Don't finish.
I mean, it's the lead host.
Over.
The lead host of a morning national TV show's mom gets kidnapped, and they want
I'm watching Talladega Nights with Ricky Bobby for the 376th time at this point. I'm out. This is a bad movie, which gives me pause. Maybe it's real. It's so bad.
Sure. Now,
did somebody write this bad of a script?
So you say you wouldn't be watching this. You'd be
watching
it's almost
unbelievable.
Nights. But would you be watching the Winter Olympics? Is that still even a thing? I remember being a kid, it was cool.
This winter?
It's going on now. Right now they're playing, right? Well, not now. It's nighttime, but it's going right now.
Dude, absolutely no disrespect to the athletes, nothing. But these Winter Olympics where they paint them as these huge, nobody cares anymore. There's too much out there. There's too much offerings.
Too many options.
And don't get me wrong. I love the Indy Fever. I love all the girls on that team and everything. But we've been force fed WNBA as if it's equal to NBA. Stop it. Just stop
They
it.
have WNBA. They got college basketball.
I don't even watch
football.
NBA anymore.
Yeah, football.
I don't watch NBA. I'm not protesting. I'm not.
Have you watched any Winter Olympics? Anything?
I didn't know what was going on until you just told me, bro. Is pickleball in that thing yet?
No.
Pickleball's the thing now.
No.
Curling? Is that?
Listen, you know how you get more sports? As soon as minorities get good at these sports, they just create new ones. Right? Like
you dark people are ready to
listen, we got good at hockey. Yeah, we got good at golf, like hockey.
Dude, there's some damn good
You're right.
black men in hockey.
Yeah,
these
and then you
days,
guys came
though.
with cornhole.
Oh.
And now we're getting good at cornhole.
Man, why,
Let
you
me
guys,
just do shit.
why do you keep appropriating our culture, sir? Stop appropriating our Hoosier hillbilly culture.
You know, I don't even season my food. I'm trying to be white so bad.
Now, I know that's a lie, sir. I appreciate integrity, but I don't know a single Cuban that doesn't have more seasoning than food on it.
Hey, speaking of seasoning, my mom from Cuba,
God love her.
from Cuba, calls me during the NFL halftime show and goes, son, I got to be honest with you. I don't even know what he's saying.
Well, they tried.
And she's a native Spanish speaker. My mom said she could not understand
So
Bad
was
Bunny.
that Spanish mumble rap?
Yeah, it's a mumble rap of Spanish. Yeah, it's the mumble rap of Spanish. Exactly. It's the best way to explain it.
Shit.
It's the mumble
Even
rap.
Snoop Dogg don't like that
Yeah,
crap.
that's the mumble rap of Spanish music with Bad Bunny. One, what did you do for the Super Bowl halftime party? And two, overall, what did you think about the show? Or did you watch the other one?
So, speaking of spices, our VFW post here in Whiteland, Indiana, 6978, where I'm a proud life member of the VFW. My wife and I, they had a big Super Bowl chili cook-off.
Sure.
So we was eating some chili. But we couldn't stay out late. We both had stuff to do first thing the next morning. So we checked out early before halftime. First off, we were being lulled to sleep by that abysmal game. But we checked out early, and then we stopped by a local establishment here in Franco called Wings Etc. Just gonna have a quick beer here. We're almost home, And we like to support local by default. We do it all the time. It's good. It's good karma. So we stop in there for a quick beer. Besides that, the staff there is awesome. So we're drinking a beer, and Super Bowl, okay, and it comes on. Well, I pulled out my phone and turned on the Turning Point.
Yep.
With Kid Rock and the crew and everything. I pulled that up, and we're trying to keep it quiet because we're not. Next thing you know, everybody in there is crowded around my phone. Watch it, to include the bartender, who's not white. Before y'all go there, and she's like, "Oh, I wanted to watch that too." So we're watching that. Bad Bunny's in the background on the big screen. Everybody's crowded around my phone watching the Turning Point version. We got that turned up, and so I see both. Right. Stop saying that was second to Prince. That is an insult to the artist.
Hey,
formerly known
I'm
as
Spanish.
Prince.
It wasn't even second to Michael Jackson.
No. Michael Jackson was the OG, the original. Let's get into that. It's racist that Turning Point did this, right? It's racist because they created an alternative show on another network to draw away. Well, do we all remember how the Super Bowl halftime festivities took off? Does everybody remember that? Y'all remember the show in living color in the early 90s?
Loved
with
it.
The Wayans
Loved
Brothers,
it.
Jim Carrey,
Yeah.
Tommy Davidson, who
Yeah.
was my absolute favorite,
Yeah.
David Allen Greer.
J-Lo was a fly girl.
J-Lo was a fly girl. I mean, dude, that
Jamie
show-
Foxx was Wanda.
Honestly, you know how they keep redoing movies and stuff?
Yeah.
Bring that show back with the original crew. Epic, right? So they created, because Fox was this aggressive new network, big network, they created an alternative, and they marketed it as such. Hey, the marching bands, whatever, is boring. Halftime show at the end for the Super Bowl, boring. Click over to Fox, watch our show. They did an epic show. It was amazing.
Like sketch comedy.
Yeah,
Halftime.
just basically their normal stuff, and flipped over, and the NFL was like, "Oh snap! Holy crap!" So they immediately leaned into it. The next year, did a blowout show for the first time ever. They brought Michael Jackson on. They brought the heaviest hitter you could possibly bring in the 90s.
It's a battle against it. Living color.
The next year.
Yeah.
And they took it back, and ever since, that was in 93, I believe.
Yeah.
Ever since, they've been doing these
So that was the start of the performance was Michael
Yes.
Jackson in response to an alternative option.
Yes. So don't claim it. If it was racist now, then it was racist then.
Yeah.
But last time I checked, Jim Carrey's the only honky on that show.
Sure.
So where are we at? I mean, just stop with this racist bait narrative garbage. It was an alter. It wasn't about race. It was about culture and integrity and just a different viewpoint. You're allowed to have different. And here's the thing. Apparently people care because you said that magic number is 6 mil earlier.
6.1.
6.1 million people rolled over to watch that show.
Switch. That's not even accounting for you.
And that's not even accounting
No.
for all the bars that had the Super Bowl on. They weren't switching. It's too much of a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Some did, but dude, over 6 million people watched the Turning Point event. So it says something. Why can't there be room for both? And maybe people just didn't want the other thing. Now I heard somebody say, well, nobody complains when Luciano Pavarotti didn't sing in English. I mean, when did they have Luciano Pavarotti at a Super Bowl halftime show?
Yeah.
They weren't asking him to do that.
Yeah.
You know, and then to come to find out when they start translating everything he says, wholesome my ass, not wholesome.
Yep.
What was he saying?
I mean, speaking on that, so Representative Fine from Florida has now gone after the FCC and the streaming platforms for saying if this was translated into English, you guys would have pulled them off immediately. The things that he said are illegal based off the criteria set forth by the FCC. So he's trying to get them fined out the ass.
As they should be.
For saying words. So you can't say the F word, and he's saying you can't say the F word in Spanish either.
Well, and with that said,
that's fair.
From the same people that put that on are the same people that saying that the Spanish language and the English language should have equal value in the United States, well, then you have the same criteria.
Yeah, it's fair.
They should be fined. And you know what? NFL... dude, I don't care for the product anymore. Again, like I was talking with the NBA, I don't watch anymore. I don't care. Sometimes it's on in the background. I like the noises. I'm an old football player. More times than not, my wife's the one to turn it on. It's background noise.
Yeah.
Don't care. The product's garbage.
Well, they said that
compared to where it was a decade ago, garbage.
But some of that might be us getting older. Some of that also is the politicization of stories. Sports is no longer a break. Right? You can't just put on the game. Now they got to tell you how you should feel about immigration and all this other shit. It's like, I just want to see the Colts play.
Hating Black Lives Matter in the end zone. Yeah. Sports are supposed to be for sports. That's where we check out of all the serious
Well, they said as of yesterday, 100 million people have now watched that Turning Point USA stream. So 6.1 million switched. No, there's an unnumber amount of million people like yourself who just put it on their phones, right? Fox didn't account for that. That's not a switch. 100 million people have done what you did the other day. I think that says a lot.
It says a lot. And if they weren't so stuck in their little echo chambers of delusion, they'd recognize that and start shifting gears.
Yeah.
You've been, we talked about this last election. You've been sent a mandate, man. You've been sent a mandate. Enough with this crap.
So we do have some local news here. We're going to get into this real quick. But so both of us are parents, and this goes for all parents or people who find themselves around kids in general. If you're a coach, I'm sure you have some kind of training on this. But Haley Busby, situation out of Indianapolis, north side suburb Fishers. 17 years old. They've recovered the body now. 39-year-old man hasn't pled guilty to murdering her or even accepted that he was responsible in her death. Has accepted responsibility for talking to this young lady, has accepted responsibility for picking her up, has taken the police to where her body was located. Okay, now he's giving us more information. He used an app called Session, and I looked it up. I'd never heard of it before I got kids.
I've never heard of it.
It's not Instagram. It's not Snapchat. If you're old enough to remember something like Kik or Google Hangouts, it's more along those lines.
Like AOL chats or
Session is a private messaging app where you
like
send
AOL chat.
Imagine Snapchat, but for only messages, so not pictures, really. So there's that. That's where he met her. But what I really want people to think about is he said he talked to her for a year, and I think a lot of times when we as parents, right, when we were kids, it was don't get in that person's car, and the reality is that's not. I mean, does it still happen? Yes. Is that the vast majority of cases like this? Not at all.
Well,
the vast majority of cases like this are somebody who's been groomed or a family member or somebody who's developed and manipulated their child, and then they spring it on this.
I would argue that's always how they got him in the car. They had to talk him into it.
Sure.
Now they've got an amazing
Sure,
vehicle.
but she probably got in a car with somebody who she thought was her friend. Yeah. First of all, this man's 39 years old, sweetie.
Let me jump in real quick on this. First, I think you feel this. I know you feel this. Our hearts go out to those parents because they didn't do anything wrong. I mean, you don't know to look for this stuff. Technology is running so rapid. Like you just said, we didn't even know this thing existed, this app. And those two parents, they are living my worst nightmare right now. As a parent of 4 and a grandparent, absolute nightmare. And then I saw where they're pushing some legislation at the state level now.
Yeah.
You know what? I haven't dug deep into that.
So this is the pink alert?
I haven't went down the rabbit hole of it yet. We're drinking Rabbit Hole, by the way, today. Rabbit Hole Derringer. But I'm inclined. I mean, we gotta balance the feelings with legality. We have to write laws that can legally be enforced. That's
I think so. What they want to do, they want to do something called the pink alert, and it's to alert parents of when you. But here's my problem: how do you know that your child's being groomed? That's the problem. The pink alert is to alert somebody for a missing child if you think they've been groomed. And how do you know?
That goes to parents, and so that's on us too.
Right.
You know, we have got to.
What kind of parent would you be like? Hey, I need you to establish a pink alert. I think my daughter was groomed.
I mean, I think,
pay more attention.
I think we need to be more vigilant.
Yeah, pay more attention to everybody's kids.
We need to be in their phones, and you know, I think especially teenage kids need to have a little privacy. But at this point, we need to recognize the world we live in.
Yeah, but your privacy does not overcome my need to keep you safe.
Go back to writing notes in class.
There it is.
You know,
go back to calling the house. Go back to calling the house.
Anybody can contact you now.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we've collectively done a very good job of keeping people out of our schools. The way the school system. I know the school system is here, but I go pick my kids up at Franklin Community High School for
the hoops
for a just a doctor's appointment or something. You ain't getting in that front door. You're talking through a hole.
Yeah.
I feel like I visited my cousin Vinny in the clink.
Yeah.
You know, you're not getting in. And they safeguard it. They do a great job at that, and I appreciate the fact that they do that. But these things, these phones are and these computers, they're just back. They're easy, direct access to our kids that we can't protect against. The only defense to that is we got to get in their phones. We got to control their phones, and I hate that. I convey to my kids. I was like, it's not that I don't trust you. I don't trust the world. I'm sorry. I've seen too much in this world. I've seen all the ugly in this world. And I cannot, I'm not going to be in that position. Like, I should have did more.
Well, you know what? And it's sad to say.
I feel for those parents. Because I think those parents did what they thought they had to do.
Sure, but I bet when they look back. Right? Well, hindsight's 20/20, right?
Happened. They're already stepping up front and talking. How brave is that?
They spoke in front of legislation last week.
I'm still busy trying to do stupid stuff to get locked up in the same jail as that guy so I can kill him.
Last week.
I mean.
So let's end with a couple political notes here.
Okay.
Longtime loser, habitual candidate, Destiny Wells, here in Indianapolis.
Who's your Beto?
Yeah, who's your Beto? She is running against Andre Carson. A longtime sitting congressman, took over for Grandma Julia. He's entrenched in Indiana 07. Why is she doing this?
That's a good question. I made her acquaintance years ago just in passing, and it was a completely apolitical thing, something military. I look, she seems normal.
She was an officer, right?
She still is. She's a lieutenant colonel in the reserves. In the Army Reserves, if I'm not mistaken. And, I mean, you can't be an idiot and achieve that rank.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Right.
I mean, everybody's got a 5% factor, but and she keeps. I've seen some of the stuff she puts out on social media. It's so extreme. I think she's. I'm speculating. I don't want to question her. I don't know her. I don't want to question her integrity, but I think she's in kind of a little bubble of this limousine liberal kind of, I just want to virtue signal all this stuff and whatnot because I like the attention. I mean, dude, if she ran for office as much as she runs her mouth on social media on everybody's platform, I've seen her getting into it with Andrew Ireland. She always loses that one. I don't understand her. Again, I'm not trying to excoriate her and everything, and then to jump on that one.
That's
strategically.
Yeah, not a good move.
As a guy who's run a lot of campaigns in my lifetime, strategically, that is divisional within your party. You know you're not going to win.
He's already a winner. He's going to win that no matter what. So why are you primarying him?
I've said before, Peyton Manning and Reggie Miller both could come to Indy and run for that. You're losing. You're going to lose. Yeah. The Carsons own that seat, sadly. The district is written just
so then how do you think the Democratic Party feels about that?
I think they just stay out of it.
You're just making Andre burn money for no reason now.
I know.
Not that he would have to run against Republicans.
If I'm one of her fellow party members, I was like, what a selfish act. What an attention whore decision. And I think that's at the end of the day, I think she just has some desperate attention issues because she's just, dude, I don't know how she puts in a day's worth of work as much as she is always on social media.
So a couple updates about her. She was a Democratic nominee for Secretary of State 2022. She lost to Diego Morales 54% to 40%. She secured the nominee to run against Todd Rokita in 2024. So that's back-to-back.
Did she run against anybody in the primary?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I don't
She secured nomination. She lost to Todd Rokita. She also, in 2024, after she lost that, she put in a bid to be the Indiana Democratic Party chair.
Remember that?
Lost that one.
Yeah.
And now she's running against Andre Carson.
She lost that one, and the way she handled the loss was just to excoriate the party of old people, and they're not bringing it. They're denying her because of her age. And maybe I'm speculating. So I've never seen it all. I don't get her, man. I don't get. I just.
She's trying really hard to make a political
whatever
position.
her cause is today, she does herself more harm than good strategically. She seems like a smart girl, but it's just the concept. We were talking about Trump a little bit ago about dialing it back. I mean, all she does is sit on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the social media, and just constantly. She's on other people's pages arguing with them,
tagging them. She's that one.
Like, I just want to say, at this point, get a life.
She's kind of a bootleg Trump in a sense of like she goes after her people in public.
Yeah,
but she doesn't. Go after her own. But she doesn't have enough cred to look responsible when she does it.
No, I mean, she's just. She's who's your Beto?
Well, then let's get into one last thing that I want to bring up.
All right.
Talking to local politics, there's somebody here. When I say here, I mean like here in Franklin, that's running for what is being known as Fun Township Trustee. Fun. This is Franklin Union Needham. And this is your wife, brother. Your wife is running for Township Trustee. One of two things. Got two questions. First of all, what's it like being married to a candidate versus just working with them? Number one. Number two, like, how does your role change at home?
Oh, it don't. But let me just say right out of the gate, I still haven't wrapped my head around this. Everybody knows I've been involved in politics a long time. My wife is such a type B sort of introvert type of person. We're yin and yang. We're the polar opposites.
I've never seen her. She does. I met her at the concert.
She goes to functions.
But she doesn't get in the weeds like you do.
No, she's pretty apolitical. She definitely doesn't get into the national conversations. I jokingly, because she is a caseworker by trade. She likes to help the needy and everything. That's what she's done her whole life, volunteering and working. She was the deputy trustee and lead case manager for almost 9 years there. I jokingly refer to her as my bleeding heart conservative, and she came to me.
Now, has she ever run for anything?
Good Lord, no. So I still can't. I still am in.
Were you
shock.
like laying in bed? She goes, "Honey, I'm thinking about running."
Pretty much.
And what was your response?
Like 10 days out before I filed it.
What was your response?
I honestly, I did with her what I do with all my political candidates and my.
This is your wife, brother,
and all my. Business consulting. Yeah. I started doing devil's advocate, talking her out of it, because here's the thing: if you come to me with an initiative and I can talk you out of it, you're not going to fight it. If you start leaning in more and more and more, okay, you should do it. She started leaning in more, and I would have bet money that I had a better shot of being a starting center for the frickin' Lakers at 5'11", 5'0", white boy, than she would have ever ran for office. I can't, but she has the pedigree, and she said it best. If this was a hired position,
she'd got hired for it. Yeah,
she's qualified. She's beyond.
It's
qualified.
just the fact that she'd want to put in the extra work because you're already qualified.
She hates the political process. She hates it because it's nasty.
I mean, she sees her husband do it all the time, and she's going, "I want in."
She resigned there last May, and I'll just say for now, she saw a desperate need for some changing in that office, and God, she's brave. I mean, to step out of her comfort zone like that.
You know what, brother? We're going to find out how brave she is.
I know.
So I'm going to tell you, we're going to treat her like everybody else.
All right.
All right?
What you got?
This is what I got. When you're a politician, we have your ass sit in that chair, and we ask you questions.
I'm going to throw some softballs.
No, you're not going to throw her anything.
Okay.
We aren't going to do shit. I'm going to ask her questions because, I don't want you to be punished. All right? So if you want me to ask her anything... much like we did. If you want me to ask her anything, like we did the Scott Willis,
you're kicking me off my own show.
I'm kicking you off your own show. But we'll have another Alfie present if that makes you feel better.
Well, hey, you know what?
Let's leave it to listeners.
My wife is a unbelievably strong person. I always refer,
Yeah.
we always talk about the unstoppable force for the immovable object. She is the immovable object. She is what I call a strong type B personality. She will not push onto you, but you will not run her over. So, and she stands by her core convictions. She is an unbelievably powerful woman. And so, deal. I will. Well, I'm not going to tell her.
Are you speaking
I'm
on
not going to tell
behalf?
her. I know I can't do that, but I can
Okay.
assure you, she'll take the challenge and she'll sit down with you one-on-one.
All right.
She'll do it.
So your job tonight when you go home is get her on the schedule.
Give me some time.
All right, get her on the schedule.
No, she'll do it. She's committed. She's
and
committed
why
to this.
not? Listen, and that goes. Listen, for any politician out there, if you are running,
Send us a
I
message.
don't care if you're Democrat or Republican.
No.
If you want to come sit in the chair and talk to us and have an honest conversation.
Yeah.
We're not going to agree on everything.
No.
And I don't expect for me to change your mind either. I want to know why you think the way you think.
Well, let me jump on that. I'll put it out there. I said some things that my speculation of what motivates Destiny Wells.
Sure.
If Destiny Wells wants to come in here,
Yeah, hell
we're
yeah.
both better.
Hell
She
yeah.
wants to come in here and explain herself. Now, I'm not going to agree with everything. I can
That's
assure you,
okay.
but I'm not going to attack you.
Well, you know what? As three vets, we all fought to sit here and have that conversation.
Absolutely. I believe in freedom.
Hey.
And you either have all of freedom
Yeah.
or you have none of freedom, and I choose all of it.
Well, I hope Jody's ready.
Good Lord.
Till next week, assholes. It's gonna be a doozy.
All right. I'm going to get beat up when I go.
He's in trouble. Grab your pillow. Grab that couch. We'll see you in a week.
All right, guys. Take
Hey,
care.
tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Do not forget,
Do
or
not
you'll be on the
forget.
couch next to Alvy. I promise.